Our next topic is relational dialectics. This is more of an abstract theory, but it's one that I actually can really relate to. So what we're looking at are the tensions or the conflict that occurs in relationships. So there's three dialectic tensions. The first pair would be openness and closedness, and then you have autonomy and connectedness, and then there's novelty and predictability. So I'm going to use my husband and my relationship to demonstrate and explain these three tensions. So the first one, openness, closeness. If you are on the openness side, you are going to talk about everything. You're going to self-disclose. You're going to be very, very open in the relationship. If you're on the closedness side, you're going to be more private. You're going to keep things to yourself and just kind of protect that self-disclosure a little bit more. So with my husband and I, he is an only child. I grew up in a family with 5 siblings. So when we first got married, I was very open with everybody about things, and he was more private. And this really caught him off guard. So I was very used to sharing lots of things with my sister, and there were times that he's like, "What are you doing? Why does she need to know everything?" And so I really had to think about it as it's no longer my self-disclosure, it's our self-disclosure as a couple. And so I was sharing things that perhaps he was not comfortable with. So again, as we've said in this class, it's all about sort of that moderation. How can we kind of come to the middle and realizing that he's going to be more private and I'm going to be a more open person. The next tension is autonomy and connectedness. So this is where someone in the relationship just really wants that independence. They want to go off and do their own thing and be autonomous. Or the other person really wants that connectedness. They want to do everything together. They just always want to be connected. And so with my husband and I think this one we've struck, again, a pretty good balance because we each have things we enjoy doing independently and time alone. So I go for bike rides, I go for walks, and he's not really much of an exerciser. So he's happy to send me out and into the heat and do all of that. My husband likes to watch, what is that? Shrimp boat show, which I have zero interest in. And so he likes to watch that. So that's his way of doing something on his own. And then, of course, we do things as a couple because that's important as a couple. The last one is novelty, predictability. So novelty is where you want to try things that are new. You know, you go to a restaurant and you pick something new that you've never had before. Or some people go to a restaurant and they pick the thing they had the last time because it was good and they don't want to risk ordering something that's bad. So they're very predictable. So for my husband and I, this really comes down to scheduling. I'm a scheduler. I'm a planner. I plan my day, my week, my month. I plan it all out. Where he's more novelty. He likes to do new things. He likes to do spontaneous things and then throw my schedule completely off. So in our marriage, we've decided that during the week, Monday through Friday, we are predictable. We know the schedule, the kids' schedules, work, all of those things. We are planners for the week. But then when it comes to the weekend, this is where I've really backed up and I've said, you know what? We can be spontaneous on the weekend. It doesn't have to be planned. So that's how we've sort of, again, come to the middle and been able to balance that tension. So creating balance, super important. You don't really want to be on either extreme of the tensions. If you can work your way towards that middle, that's going to be better. Tensions, the example I've given is my husband and I in a romantic relationship, but these tensions can happen in work relationships, family relationships, neighbors, all sorts of places. So I would do some reflection and just think about where you stand on these tensions, and think about maybe how you could compromise with someone and try not to be on that extreme end.